Hello, welcome. In this session, I was curious what if you had to define love, or more importantly, where in your life do you feel loved? Go ahead and just spend the next few minutes just talking about love and your perception of it or when you felt it. I understand sometimes it's awkward to talk about love. Hmm. Sorry, I need a drink of water. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Okay. Okay. Just one moment. Hate to interrupt, but I kind of wanted to. You're in a really good place right now as far as figuring this out, and I'm curious. Is there someone in your life that you've loved or that you've felt a love connection with? Maybe a pet, a child, a niece, a nephew, grandchild, uh, just any child that you felt connected to, and you just really felt like, just felt love, like in your heart, you're just like melting, or it was warm, you know, just that kind of love. Even a parent, really, I suppose, but just kind of a feeling of connection of just absolutely loving that person. Okay, and go ahead and let's talk about that for just a few minutes or a couple minutes. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely beautiful. So, don't mean to interrupt again, but I feel kind of like, well, I wonder, feeling from you as you were talking about the person that you felt this love connection with, what do you suppose is the difference between the love that you defined and felt in life and then this particular love? Like, it's almost like another level, you know, it's like it's so deep. So I wonder, let's take the next 30 seconds and just kind of maybe tell me, if you can, when is a moment that you really felt this same, the love that you felt for somebody else, that connection, when you felt that with your inner self, you know, your higher self, your inner child? Like, when is a time that you just absolutely felt that? Go ahead. Okay, I'm actually going to interrupt for just a second. So, I know this is really difficult to really dig deep and feel how few, if any, times that we've really felt this love for ourselves. So let's just go ahead and take an extra minute or so to kind of reflect a little deeper, you know, maybe expand this for ourselves. And if you're having trouble still really getting deep, then maybe spend that minute thinking or pretending, like going through the motion to where that situation would happen. That way you can kind of feel what it might feel like. Go ahead. Okay. So perhaps let's just spend a few more minutes just kind of going over maybe some ideas. You know what? Actually, this seems we're going to do a few minutes. Go ahead and grab a piece of paper and a pen, or a phone. Just trying not to get distracted and scrolling. And let's go ahead and jot down some things that we can do for basically, like, maybe something that you weren't allowed to do when you were younger, and it's safe enough to do as an adult now that you have that permission to give yourself. You know, keep in mind we want to be safe and we don't want to do anything that's gonna hurt others, or, you know. But let's go ahead and kind of sit down. What are some ways that we can show ourselves more love? You know, maybe it's taking yourself to a movie, and maybe it's going out and splurging on, if you can afford it. Obviously, you don't want to put yourself in financial jeopardy, but it doesn't even have to be an expensive meal. Maybe it's just a sandwich and go to the park, go into nature. Maybe take a few scraps of bread and feed the duck. Just something, weather permitting, just something that you can do to really connect with your inner child or your inner self that you feel didn't get enough love, or maybe you've just ignored. But let's just really try to find some way to feel that love for ourselves, you know, because the more that we learn to love ourselves, the more we can truly love others. If we're giving our love to other people, hoping to get it back from them and receive it from them, you know, then we're putting our love out there. We're reaching out for love that's already inside. So again, let's go ahead and spend a few minutes and just jot down some ideas and things that can be done to kind of show love for ourselves. Go ahead. I know this gets kind of heavy. You're doing great. I'll give you some space. Still got about another minute. If you think you've got enough, that's fine. Just take another minute to relax and look at your list and just imagine you're feeling that love for yourself. Maybe another idea pops up, or maybe one really jumps out at you. Put a star next to it. Try and do that one as soon as possible. I really want to thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing today. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you letting me hold a space for you. It's so hard to have time for ourselves. I mean, even when we're alone, our mind's rushing and wondering and fearing and thinking and trying to figure we can do more. It can get exhausting. But just finding time, even a minute, even when you go into the bathroom after you're done, wash your hands and you look in the mirror, it's already right in front of you. Say something nice, compliment yourself. Really embrace yourself. Maybe even look in the mirror and look into your eyes. That's crazy. The deep our eyes are, like little canyons. Alrighty. That is time. Again, look over your list, and if anything pops out, write it down. If anything pops out on the list, go ahead and put a mark next to it. That way you know you want to do it more than the others. Just feel drawn to it. Alright. Great job. And thank you again for sharing. Subscribe if you feel that this was something that helped you. Share it if you think it'll help others. Like if it was something that benefited you, or you feel better afterwards. Maybe you don't feel better afterwards. Maybe it's almost depressing in a way, or sad, but the thing is you've recognized it then, at least, and now you know where to apply your attention to change that emotion. You know, sometimes the triggers and the things that bother us or upset us are the things that stand out, and that's what we are drawn to work on next. Not because we're broken or need healed, but because we just feel drawn to rise above the challenge. Oh, and lastly, feel free to put a comment below. Let us know if this resonated with you. If you feel like sharing any experience, any ideas. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.